Good, good. Play, play, play. That's better, that's better, that's sharper. So much better. 3v1, small area possession. Good play. Grids are really small. It's good though, it's good. Forcing them to play really quick, smart, quick decisions. Oh, it's a good idea. Some medium area possession. Oh, good try. This right here is 7 versus 3. It's 2 touch. After 3 passes, oh, they could switch it to the other side. After 3 passes, switch to the other side. The team who lost the ball becomes the pressing team. Play, he didn't win it. He didn't win it. Go ahead, orange presses. Only 3 guys, only 3. Send it. Good. Very nice. Woo! And we switch. Good. Play, play. Get your touches in. Oh, very nice. Hassan, listen, you have to go long on that one. Yes, yes. That was excellent. High press on green. High press. High press. So in this, make sure we're smart. Make sure you're smart. So in this, the black team is up 1-0. They have 10 minutes to play. We're switching our formation in black from a 3-2-2-3 to a 4-1-4-1. We want to hit the other team on the counter and kill the game off. The team in green is switching to a 3-5-2. They need to press forward. They only got 10 minutes to tie the game up. Both these formations are easy formations for us to transfer into from that 3-2-2-3. In order for us to do it, we just drop a 6, creates a back line of 4, and then we simply keep 1-6 in the middle now of the back line of 4, in front of the back line of 4, and then 2 10s stay as the center mids, and we just keep the wingers to make that line of 4, so it's 4-1-4, and keep the striker high. So it's really, really simple. And in this game, to make it a little more realistic, I gave them another 8 yards of width. They're playing up to the white line instead of the blue. So this field is about 75 yards by 60 wide. It's not ideal, but I have to do this because we have to get the other squads running as well. If we played full field, it would be a little better. But the reality is that then not everyone gets their workload in. I do have a plus player on blue. 1 touch now on the outside. And if you notice, there's 2 green players on this end, 2 blue on that end. So basically, when you get on one end, you have to look wide or you have to play back the other way. Or you have to combine in the middle. So just that little change can switch your scanning patterns. It'd be even more so if we took this green and exchanged them with this blue. Now all your support is on one side of the grid, no support on the other side. So really that changes scanning patterns. It changes your affordances. It changes your perceived affordances, right? Perception equals action. Just a different environment, just switching things up. And again, in the end, trying to create players who can perceive differently and solve all sorts of problems on the field, because the reality is that there's not one problem that you're going to face on the field. It's a dynamic setting that is always changing. So you can't pre-plan for this is how we solve this problem, this problem, this problem. We want to create flexible players who play to solve what's in front of them in real time. Small area possession, everything 1 touch. It's divided up by partners, so if you give away possession, you and your partner go into the middle. This is first exercise that we're doing. Obviously, this is very positional. And we have 45 field players. This one, we can put 2 against 2 in the middle, because we have an extra player. Gives it a little different look, a little easier to keep the ball, but still a good exercise. Eight v 8 plus 2 in the middle plus 2 end zone players. There's an end zone player there. This is a directional game. They're trying to score in the other end zone. You could put all kinds of constraints in there. You have to make 10 passes before you score, 3 passes before you score. You can make it 1 touch, 2 on the steal. You can make it 1 touch, or else it's got to be 3 touch. Anything you want to do to keep adjusting perception in this game. So what we have here is formation specific, 3-2-2-3. However, the wingers play for both teams. They must get the ball into both channels. It's 2 touch in the channel, and it's a 2v1. Only 1 defender can go in a channel. After they hit both channels, both wingers can come inside if they need to. So watch, black has the ball. That's 1 channel. Blue could send 1 defender in that channel. It's only 2 touch in the channel. A bit of a long ball. That's out. Try to play the feet. We don't have to hit a ball like that. Try to play the feet. There we go. Since we have such a big numerical advantage, we even have a +1 in the middle. We don't have to hit 70-yard switches here. Here, play the feet. Play the feet. Let's use the numerical advantage. That's excellent. Oh. Hey, it's still blue, still blue, still blue. You could play. You could play. It's still blue. That's a good ball. Good. You can score. You can score. You already hit both channels. You can score. Yes, keep it. That's not a bad idea. So one day before the Harkin match, if we want to use the tactical periodization terms, game -1. So it's such a small workload today. Kids played their soccer, tennis, doing some finishing. I think we upped the numbers a little bit in this. Normally I like to keep it maybe 8v8 plus 3. This is definitely 9v9 plus 4. Still makes for a good game because it's 1 touch. Kids like to finish. Just the idea of having good energy, good atmosphere for going into the Harkin game. Harkin's ranked top 15 in the country. Looking for a good result tomorrow. It'd be nice to beat another nationally ranked team. And that would put us in good shape going forward. 3. You're outside the line, Rio. Play. You got a 3-2-2-3. Well, actually, it's really a 3-2-2 and 2 because we don't have a striker. The 10s are in a zone where they can't enter the zone until the ball enters the zone. If they win the ball, the other team goes and sets up an attack. Play, 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 play. Nice. You're in the zone, Bruno. Get out of the middle zone. Good, good touch. So this is completely game model. That's our 10s in the middle. Play, play, play! Good idea. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hard. Yes, now forward. Yes! So good, so good. Much better. Good, good. Yes, JV. Good. Excellent. So much better. So much better. Yes. Good. Play. Play. That was... So we have 8 versus 12 really in this. You have 2 wingers who play for both teams. Don't force it. 2 wingers who play for both teams and a center mid that plays for both teams. The goalkeeper only plays for the team in possession of the ball. They can score on the red cones. That's an end zone they could play balls into the end zone. To a player running on right here. Step on it! Goal! That's a goal, that's a point. So they can score that way, or they can score by dribbling to the corner here. See how they have to stay outside the blue cones though? They could cross inside for a one-touch finish underneath that piece of tape in the goal. The goalkeeper will step out of the field when his team loses the ball. Remember to step out of the field, Leo, when your team loses the ball. So in possession, the goalkeeper is helping build. Out of possession, he's inactive. So they can score anywhere in this end zone from 18 to 18 with a through ball, but they can't get over into the end zone until the ball crosses the line. Ball in, oh, it's a good idea. Ball in, then they can run in and one-touch finish. Yes, and stop it. Good job. That's another point. So now, you can see that constraint over there, and that sideline is the same. This one is different now. Now they can drive straight in here, beyond this red end zone line. They cannot drive past this 18 here. But this space is theirs. They look to play in, one-time finish underneath the tape. Obviously, from outside here, they could still play balls into the end zone, diag here, for someone to run onto. Unless they come here, then they look for someone to finish. Those are all collective team constraints. I'm going to start to build on this and give individual constraints in this exercise based upon the player tendencies that I've seen throughout the year. So as an example, there's a player on the team who maybe hold the ball a little bit too long. It's still in, it's still in, still in. I'm going to put a 2-touch restriction on that player. Oh, what a nice ball. 2-touch restriction on that player because he tends to take too many touches on the ball and ends up getting caught on it. So that's his individual constraint. With the wingers, the positioning of the wingers. Eventually I'll add a constraint where if a winger is here, the opposite side winger needs to be fully pushed forward onto the edge of the back 4 so they can get any balls over the top for a one-time finish. They cannot be waiting back there. So that's going to be their constraint. Their positioning is forced forward, and one of the 10s, when the ball is with the winger here, is forced forward. So you could do as many individual constraints as you like. That's out. And for me, this is all about constructing the environment, collective team constraints, plus well thought out individual constraints. Kickoff just a minute away. Looking forward to this one. Temperature's nice and cool. Wind starting to blow. Good field. This is why we play. Excited to see this one. So we came out today. We played really, really well. Opened up a 2-goal lead in the first maybe 20 minutes of the game. Gave up a really good goal. And then we finished it off in the second half with a third one. So we ended up winning 3-1. As you could see, the team sat back, all 11 players in their half of the field, so it posed a different challenge for us. We really had to find these spaces in between tightly compact lines, which I think we did a really good job of. The other team fought really, really hard. They were physical, and they stayed true to the game plan to deny us space and just try to hit us on the counter. And they were really effective, but we were just a little bit better on the day. And we really retained possession of this ball for, I would say, 75-80% of the game was our possession. So good job by the guys. Not easy to be on a bus for 8 hours and get off the bus and play the game and so forth. So great job today for the guys. Puts us into great shape heading into Sunday against number 18 in the country, Monroe Community College. Game, blue is neutral. It's one touch, yellow against black. After 8 passes, they can score on either goal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Score on any goal now. Yes, that's a good goal. So these two groups here are 8 against 4, one touch, with blue always being on the team with the ball. Yes, very nice, very nice. So blue is neutral. So here you got blue and yellow together, it's one touch. They can play to the other side of the grid. However, the players cannot run to the other side of the grid, so you have to stay on your side. There's a red line that divides it in the middle. So it's still blue and black. It's 2 touch on the steal if yellow wins it. So now it's yellow and blue. It's out. Black and blue now. You can play it anywhere. The idea is, can you have vision can you have vision outside of your square? So it's not like the classic 4v2 one touch in one square. And it's not rondo, so you could take up any space you want, but you want to have vision for forward passing as well to get to the other square. So your perception is much different than just, hey, it's 4v2 in a square. It's, can we get it to the other square? It's one touch, so you have to scan before the ball gets to you. And there is no minimum passes, so you can get forward at any time. So again, shaping it a little more game representative than if it was 8 passes in your square. Now you know, and your perception has changed, so you're only looking short. In this, you have to scan, you have to look long, you have to look short. It's everything at once. So we have 2 full games going on. This is attacking game model versus 2 lines of 4 defending. The 2 red are the 2 10s, the 2 attacking center mids on both teams. And so far it's been a really, really good game. All 4 teams have done a great job. It's not quite as much workload because the field is smaller, but it's a little tricky week because we already played on Tuesday and we have a game on Sunday. So today is the last day that we're gonna do some stuff like this. It's gonna be much easier. Tomorrow, Saturday, they're gonna rest, and Sunday's match day. So another really good week. Hoping to make this 8 wins out of 9 games. Hope so. We really have to win our 10 out of 11 if we're going to make it to the national tournament, and that's the goal. And looks good to me so far. We just have to keep working hard. What's impressive to me is, oh, very nice. What's impressive to me is the level of all the program has gone up, from keepers to field players. I'm really starting to see progress in everybody right now. It's before there was really big differences between teams in here, and now a lot of it is condensing and everybody's playing really well. So here we got 6v3. The team of 3, if they win the ball, they get to score on either of the 2 goals. So 6v3, team of 3, if they win, unlimited touch, and they can score. Good, Jin, good try. Finish, yes. So blue only has 2 touch. Small area. Good. You can see the quality in this group is very high. Keep it to 2 touch. Keep it to 2 touch. Ah, golazo. Really nice exercise. First exercise of the day. This is something the kids really enjoy, and again, it fits right into our tight space stuff. Oh, nice, 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 Black.
So our match on Monday, or actually Sunday, got postponed because of weather. So I'm gonna wrap this episode up with just some general thoughts on academic theory and training session design and game model construction. So if you look at the upper right hand corner, there's a picture of an architect. And I remember a story put out by 60 Minutes where an architect had lost his sight, and he used his cane to tap on everything that he could tap on, and the sound that echoed back from him tapping the cane gave him ideas about the structure he was in and how to design. And he actually became a better architect when he was blind. And it also brings me back to a story of a deaf tennis player, and this was written up in the New York Times, where they were saying that an indication of how a player hits a ball, whether it's topspin, whether it's undercut, you name it, the sound that comes off the racket is the first indication, and high-level tennis players needed that sound. But there was a younger tennis player, 16, 17 years old, who they said he's a good young tennis player, but he probably won't be able to make it top because he was deaf. However, he began to attune to different information, just like the architect now didn't have sight. So he started to auditory attune to the sounds, where the deaf player attuned to other visual perceptions because he could not hear the sounds anymore. So this slide right here is really talking about what else do you attune to. The soldier, there was another New York Times article about soldiers who had multiple tours of duty in Iraq were able, with a high degree of certainty, avoid areas where they had those explosive devices that nobody could see, but they sensed it. But soldiers who did not have multiple tours of duty did not, with any decent percentage, they were not able to predict where these explosives were hidden. Now, when we look at futsal and beach soccer, those are donor sports, right? And I kind of just bring this all into the perception and action and the coupling of the two. See, all the information in the environment is there. The information is there, but what are we actually attuning to? And is it a verbal? Are we verbally telling kids, hey, this is where you have to look? Okay, it could help a little bit, right? But the reality is, being in that futsal environment attunes you to these special skill sets. The interaction, it develops these special skill sets. The beach soccer developed these special skill sets where you can use that in the 11v11 game, and the transfer is very, very simple. So there's an immediate transfer there. So this is about perception. It is about the environment is information rich for you to come up with solutions in real time. Where is your attention attuned? What information are you getting in real time? And then how are you acting on that? And my point is that this is something that you develop. And a lot of times the athletes can't even tell you. The soldiers couldn't tell you why they knew there was an explosive, but they knew. Just like a high-level athlete might not be able to explain to you, but they do. You can see it in their game. Now, when you look at someone like Pirlo, possibly one of the best number sixes ever to play the game, he said, I believe there is a secret to this game. He said, most people look down the field and they see the winger and the striker. He says he does not see the winger and the striker. He sees the spaces that he can play the ball into for those players to run onto it. So his perception, what he is perceiving, what he is attuning to is different than the normal player. So when we take an exercise like the one below here, there's the end zones are in red. You have to attune to the spaces you can play the ball into instead of a regular game where I'm just looking to play to feet. Now the end zones change the player's perception, which changes the player's action. So when we say we use a constraints-led approach, why are we using a constraints-led approach? Why are you designing the environments and using the constraints that you're using? You have to be able to answer those questions. And if you use a lot of variability, you have a better chance at development as well. So if it's not just one constraint, but it's a bunch of them, a bunch of different environments, that variability alone is going to help with overall development. So when I look at the coaching world nowadays, like I said, I find it funny when the federation is saying, well, how can you have this exercise with 6 against 3? This is not realistic. This is not game representative to the real game. Well, is beach volley, is beach soccer representative to the regular game? Is futsal really representative to the 11v11 game? My answer is yes, it's directly transferable. So it's a bit frustrating to hear all the supposed experts say, oh, this is a shame, this exercise. There's only scoring in one direction and there's no offsides. Or, oh my God, they're using a plus player. Again, when have you heard the federation come up with anything that is original and anything that actually comes straight from academic theory? Where is the federation's academic theory? They borrowed a lot from tactical periodization, but where is their own original thoughts? So my point is this. I'm not telling you how to coach. I'm not. You do your thing. But I just disagree that any federation should be telling you that this is the way to do this, this, and this. Listen, I saw a top program in the ACC the other day doing their attacking movements, and they showed video of them doing those movements on mannequins. No pressure, no live defenders, know anything. Here's 6 pre-planned attacking ideas. And then they showed clips of them doing it in the game. But my problem with this is mannequins don't move. Mannequins don't force you to change intentions. Mannequins don't promote energy and competition. With mannequins and preset runs, there's only one solution. That for me is very, very limited. So I still think we have a long way to go in this debate of what we think in general player development and coaching should be like. And I'm not saying that you can't do those things, especially on low workload days. Of course, those things are great. But I would be really hesitant to push an agenda like the Federation's pushing an agenda. I saw a $3,500 scouting course. I'm sorry, $3,500 to become a licensed scout from the Federation? It makes no sense to me. It's a pure money grab. It's a pure job for the boys system. Listen, how many times did I go to the basketball court, to this court, to that court, and the old timers were there? And the old timers have watched 30,000 hours of basketball. Do they really need a $3,500 scouting course? No, they know. They spent their 20, 30,000 hours. They understand what they're looking at. So for me, you know, I've spent my entire career recruiting, scouting, building teams. Do I really need a $3,500 scouting license? I'm not saying that I can't learn things. I'm just saying, is it necessary? And I really think in this information age and licensing age and credential age, the soccer coaching world is a bit overboard in my opinion. And that's led by the federations killing creative thought and charging top dollar and forcing you to become compliant in the way that they want you to coach. And they're the ones who hold your fate in their hands of whether you pass, whether you even get accepted into the course, whether you can even afford the course. So for me, it's a completely broken system, which is really, really unfortunate. But I'll keep spreading the good word. And listen, hope you guys got some value out of this one. See ya.